registering your interest in the wonderful riverside chalet Two Rivers on Rovers Meadow in Rossett. It truly is an idyllic setting on the banks of the River Dee, and properties like this don't come to market very often. But when they do, there are some unique things about this property before you would consider a purchase. So prior to requesting a viewing, we're asking that you watch this short video of frequently asked questions, as we often receive these questions when selling properties like this. Leasehold or freehold? The property itself belongs to the owner, but the land it occupies is leased on a yearly basis from the local landowner. Many similar properties have been occupied for decades, but any prospective purchaser needs to be comfortable with the informal year-to-year lease agreement. Can I get a mortgage? Typically the answer to this is no. This isn't the type of property that a high street lender would generally lend on. A property such as this is suitable for cash purchases only. What about insurance? Some risks may be insurable, but finding a buildings and home insurance may be tricky for the construction, and also the farmland around can be prone to flooding. Can I live there all year round? There are no restrictions on all year round living, but in our opinion, this type of property is much better suited to a summer retreat. Careful consideration needs to be given to the logistics of living on the banks of the River Dee in the winter months, or when high water might mean that it's severely restricted. Would this make a good investment? From a personal, family, health, enjoyment and well-being perspective, this is most definitely a yes. However, the property and the terms of the lease do not lend themselves to subletting or holiday accommodation, so it's not for your average property investor. Does the property flood? As you'll see from the pictures, the property has been raised above the typical water level and flood level. So the property hasn't flooded in recent times. However, the bank and the farmland is prone to flooding. So it's really just down to the British weather, I'm afraid. Are there any additional costs? There's an annual charge to the local landowner, which covers the supply of water, drainage and council tax. This is in the region of £1,000 for the current season. The only additional costs are electric, gas bottles that you may well use. Thank you very much for listening, and there are many positives to this property, and if you are interested, please do reach out. We'd love to show you around. Thank you.